You think you're safe because your GPS doesn't light up with crime stats? Think again. Some of the deadliest neighborhoods in the world aren't on your radar because someone doesn't want them to be. And babe, what I found will make you triple check your travel plans. Because from the outside, these places look totally normal. Quiet streets, smiling neighbors, maybe even a cute corner shop. But behind closed doors, the truth is anything but ordinary. Some of these neighborhoods are straight up danger zones hiding in plain sight. So buckle up, because today, we're diving into the top 5 most dangerous neighborhoods you've never heard of. And girl, some of y'all are about to realize you've been a little too close for comfort. So let's kick it off with KwaMasha, a township just outside Durban in South Africa. Sounds chill, right? But plot twist? It's everything but.
And I must say that they've worked very hard in tracing this suspect. They will have planned to get them prior to them bombing these vehicles, but unfortunately they couldn't until we intercepted them now.
KwaMasha was originally built as a relocation area under apartheid, and decades later, it's become one of the most violent places in South Africa, with homicide rates that'll make your jaw drop. I'm talking about organized gang wars, street-level shootouts, and residents who literally live in fear every time the sun sets. There's a gang called the Wrong Turns, I wish I was kidding, who are known for robbing people in broad daylight and disappearing into the network of alleyways and abandoned buildings. People who've lived here their entire lives say you don't walk to the store after dark, or even answer your door unless you're expecting someone. And you can forget about calling the police. Locals say they either don't come, or they're already in on it. But here's what hits the hardest. There are kids growing up thinking this is normal. Violence isn't shocking. It's part of the routine. Okay, if you've ever researched most dangerous cities, San Pedro Sula probably popped up. But within that, there's a lesser-known neighborhood called Shamelacon. And y'all, it's legit terrifying.
Border Patrol in Metro Detroit arresting a man with a violent past in this country illegally.
So he admits to being a member of the notorious MS-13 gang, and Fox 2's Scott Wolchek says that his rap sheet includes murder.
This area is practically run by gangs. Think MS-13 and Barrio 18. They control everything. Who can enter, who can leave, and even what days certain stores are allowed to open. If you break the rules, you're not just risking jail, you're risking execution. But what makes Shamelacon so chilling isn't just the violence, it's the complete silence around it. The government barely mentions it. The media's hush-hush, even Google Street View, blurry, almost like someone doesn't want you to know what goes down here. Residents are forced to pay war taxes just to run their businesses. School kids are recruited into gangs at age 10. People vanish without a trace, and no one ever follows up. And girl, the worst part? Tourists have unknowingly wandered into this area, thinking it's just another local district. Big mistake.
As 150 police officers secure the area, dozens more enter the building. Just another day in Scampia, a crime-ridden, impoverished suburb of Naples.
We've been conducting raids for months, looking for weapons and suspects.
Amid Scampia's grey tower blocks is the sales complex, overrun by the camera mafia. It generates as much as €500,000 a day from drug trafficking.
Now you might be thinking, Italy, danger? Please. But don't let the pasta and romance fool you. Tucked inside the heart of Naples is a neighborhood called Scampia, and it's been dubbed the most notorious drug zone in Europe. Like, we're talking literal open-air drug markets. Back in the early 2000s, Scampia was controlled by the Camorra, Italy's mafia network. And girl, when I say they didn't play, I mean people were getting gunned down on their morning coffee runs. Imagine apartment complexes with sniper lookouts, kids trained to be couriers, women acting as scouts, and the police? They were too afraid to even step in without military backup. And yes, Netflix's show Gomorrah, based right here. Even today, while it's been cleaned up a little, the danger hasn't fully disappeared. The crime families are still lurking, just way more low-key now. So, the next time you're booking that cute Italy Airbnb, you might want to zoom way in on that map. Now let's talk Citadel. Cairo. You'd think a city filled with pyramids and tourists snapping selfies would be safe, right? Not in this corner.
The interim president and the military have called for restraint after Monday's bloody clashes between Egyptian soldiers and supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi. The Egyptian health ministry says more than 50 people were killed in the clashes.
Citadel is a densely packed area just outside the more polished parts of Cairo. And while the name sounds royal, the reality is absolute chaos. We're talking black market weapons, underground trafficking, and zero official law enforcement. Like, no cops. at all. Residents literally have to deal with crimes themselves. And it's not just physical danger. A lot of families here live under extreme poverty, with no access to clean water or healthcare. That desperation, it breeds crime, and not just petty stuff. We're talking assaults, disappearances, and full-on mob activity. And get this, there are parts of Citadel where Google Maps blurs out the streets. Why? Because even satellites know not to look too close. But here's what really hits. People have lived like this for generations. Kids are born into this cycle, watching their parents bribe gang leaders just to keep their homes. Girls walk to school flanked by brothers because catcalls can turn into kidnappings in a blink. And no one, not even city officials, has a real plan to fix it, because fixing it would mean finally admitting how deep the corruption goes. And finally, the one that truly shocked me, Ciudad Nezahualcóyotl, or Neza, just outside Mexico City. First of all, that name might be hard to pronounce, but babe, the reputation? Oh, it's loud and clear.
Member of the Bandidos biker gang who was charged in the Red River shooting earlier this year has taken a plea deal. Matthew Jackson pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance earlier this week.
Neza was once a giant slum built on a drained lake bed, and while it's tried to clean up its image, the violence here is still next level. There are entire unofficial neighborhoods where police don't even bother to patrol. Cartels use it as a drop point. Human trafficking rings pass through constantly. And corrupt politicians? They turn a blind eye every single time.
Ruthless criminals lured by easy money and lax laws migrating to New Mexico. Detectives say that is one reason why there are now approximately 300 gangs in and around Albuquerque.
Locals say the scariest sound isn't gunshots, it's silence. Because when things get too quiet, something really bad is about to go down. And let's not forget, Neza isn't some jungle town in the middle of nowhere. It's right next to Mexico's capital. Thousands commute from here daily, and yet it's treated like a different universe, one where survival isn't guaranteed, and where calling out the system could cost you your life. It's a reminder that danger doesn't always hide in shadows. Sometimes, it's standing next to you at the bus stop. Girl, I don't know about you, but this list just wrecked my trust in Google Maps. Like, imagine living your whole life in a place so dangerous, even your government doesn't protect you. And the wildest part? These aren't war zones. These are neighborhoods. Places where kids play, where families try to survive, and where danger is the daily routine. And it really makes you think, how many safe places are just pretending to be safe? So, the next time someone tells you, don't judge a book by its cover, just remember, some of those covers are hiding straight up horror stories. If you found this shocking, drop a comment with the city you were most surprised by. And if you've got stories of dangerous places that don't make the headlines, spill the tea. Let's expose the truth they don't want us to know. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reality check. Because babe, the world is wilder than we think. Stay curious, stay safe, and as always, I'll be watching.